They are none other than our beloved and respected teachers. Thank you, teachers, for making us what we are today. Now, I would like to welcome our very supportive parents who are always there for us. Next, let us welcome and thank all the technical staff. Without their support, the event couldn't have.
Hello. A very good morning. Greetings of the day to all of you. स्वतंत्रता दिवस की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं. स्वतंत्रता दिवस रे समस्तंकु मोर हार्दिक शुभेच्छा. We all know that we gathered here to commemorate the 74th Republic Day today. It is my honored and proud privilege to speak before you about the Republic Day. And we all know that after independence we don't have the constitution. After letting of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, we got our longest constitution, as our children are saying. Yeah, we have that constitution to get number of articles, schedules and everything. In this way, we got our freedom and enjoying our freedom and enjoying our rights. But at the same time, we are forgetting our responsibility and duties. So, in this is the day reminding us how to do our duty for our nation, how to discharge our duty to build our nation a living one, a livable one. We are in a progressive country, but we are forgetting our duties. In the same way, this is the temple of knowledge, the school. This side we are celebrating and hailing Bharat Mata, and other side we are celebrating worshipping the goddess of knowledge, the Mat Saraswati. With this knowledge, we should take place in this day to take care of our nation, be a good citizen. And in this note, also we have our chief guest, Dr. Ashwini Kumar Tiwari, who is the mentor, guide, and sir, I welcome you for your gracious presence in this August gathering. Next, we have our manager, sir, Srijukta Pratap Kumar Jena. Every soil of this school speaks about you.
I'd like to welcome Subhashri S. Biswal of Standard 7 to present her auspicious speech.
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम सुभाश्री संतोषी विश्वल है। आगे की कुछ पंक्तियां मेरा परिचय आपके सामने रखने जा रही हूं कि हास्य की भाषा नहीं लिखी है, ना ही गजल सुनाती हूं। हास्य की भाषा नहीं लिखी है, ना ही गजल सुनाती हूं। कविता लिखनी नहीं है आती, चीखे लिखते जाती हूं। देश मेरा जल रहा है, आग लगी है सीने में, हुक सरे व्यस्त है खून गरीब का पीने में। तो आज राम मंदिर या बाबरी का पक्ष नहीं मैं लाई हूँ। घायल भारत चीख रहा है, चीख सुनाने आई हूँ। घायल भारत चीख रहा है, चीख सुनाने आई हूँ। कि मैं उनको शब्द चढ़ाती हूँ, फूल नहीं है मेरे पास। मैं उनको शब्द चढ़ाती हूँ, हिंद जिनकी जान था, नाम हिंदुस्तानी जिनका मजहब हिंदुस्तान था। रक्त से रंगे थे धरती को वो आर्यों की ललकार पर, जय हिंद का नारा सदा लिखा था जेलों की दीवार पर। अरे बदन पर बंधी थी बेड़ियां, मन मगर आजाद था, और रक्त के अंतिम कतरे में भी भारत जिंदाबाद था, भारत जिंदाबाद था। बड़े विडंबना की बात देखिए कि आजकल की एनसीईआरटी किताबें, एनसीईआरटी पुस्तकें हमें ये पढ़ा लेती हैं कि 14 अगस्त मध्यम रात्रि को कुछ दस्तावेजों पे दस्तखत करते हुए आजादी हमारे झोली में आ गिरी। सच बताऊं तो ये सरासर गलत है। आजादी हमारे झोली में ऐसे आके नहीं गिर गई थी। कतरा कतरा खून दिया था, कि कतरा कतरा खून दिया था, दी जवानी जुनून दिया था। खड़े अंग्रेज माने नहीं तो गोलियों से भून दिया था। गोरियों के गाल नहीं थे, गोरियों के गाल नहीं थे, ना आवाज मदीरों की खन खनाहट गूंजती थी सेल्यूलर जेल की जंजीरों की। कि गोरियों के गाल नहीं थे, ना आवाज मदीरों की खन खनाहट गूंजती थी सेल्यूलर जेल की जंजीरों की। अरे राजनीति से नहीं मिली है, ना ही खरीदी पैसों से। राजनीति से नहीं मिली है, ना ही खरीदी पैसों से। सौदा लहू का हुआ है भगत सिंह जैसों से, सौदा लहू का हुआ है भगत सिंह जैसों से। और माओ ने गोली खाई है, माओ ने गोली खाई है बेटे लटके फंदों पर, माओ ने गोली खाई है बेटे लटके फंदों पर। आजादी की टोली उठी थी कुर्बानियों के कंधों पर, कुर्बानियों के कंधों पर। जरा याद कीजिएगा वो मंजर जब हम फिरंगियों के फेरों में आ गए थे, तब रंग दे बसंती चोला की एक आवाज से टोलों के टोले उमड़ाते थे और उनके जय हिंद के नारों से खून में आने वाला 5-5 डिग्री का तूफान अंग्रेजी शासकों की जड़ों में तूफान ला देता था। तब लोग मर जाते थे, मिट जाते थे, फांसी चढ़ जाते थे, क्योंकि वो उस समय की देशभक्ति की कसौटी थी। पर आज देश मर जाने को, मिट जाने को, फांसी चढ़ जाने को नहीं कहता। मेरे मत में तो सच्चा देश प्रेमी वो है जो अपना काम पूरी लगन, मेहनत और ईमानदारी से करता हो। मैं नहीं मानती कि व्हाट्सएप या फिर फेसबुक की डीपी को 3 रंग से रंग देना ही देशभक्ति है। और अगर आप ये कहते हैं कि साल में हाथ में 2 बार तिरंगा ले लेना देशभक्ति है, तो मैं आपसे ये सवाल करना चाहूंगी कि ट्रैफिक के छाव में, नंगे पांव में जब वो बच्चा तिरंगा बेच रहा होता है, तो क्या आप उसे उसकी देशभक्ति कहेंगे? वो उसकी देशभक्ति नहीं, उसके पेट की भूख की शक्ति है जो उसे ऐसा करने पे मजबूर करती है। लोग कहते हैं और हमारा संविधान कहता है कि हमारे देश में हिंदू पैदा होते हैं, मुसलमान पैदा होते हैं, पर मैं कहती हूँ दुख की बात है अब इंसान पैदा नहीं होते। राष्ट्र निर्माण और देशभक्ति के लिए ना हिंदू की जरूरत है, ना मुसलमान की जरूरत है। जरूरत है तो सिर्फ एक अच्छे इंसान की जरूरत है, जरूरत है तो सिर्फ एक अच्छे इंसान की जरूरत है। और अंत में मैं बस यही कहना चाहूंगी कि मेरा भारत महान था, महान है, महान रहेगा। कि मेरा भारत महान था, महान है, महान रहेगा। होगा हौसला सबके दिलों में बुलंद तो एक दिन पाकिस्तान भी जय हिंद कहेगा। पाकिस्तान तो क्या पूरा जहां जय हिंद कहेगा, क्योंकि ये हिंदुस्तान हमारा महान है और महान रहेगा। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
Please.
Good morning, dear friends. Esteemed chief guest of this morning, on this occasion, Dr. Ashwini Kumar Tiwari, the Vice Chairman of the School Managing Committee, Madam Principal, Vice Principal Dr. Bez, Mr. Das, the member of SMC, the teachers, their parents, guardians, my dear students, and the participants on this occasion, participants of this Republic Day. Hearty greetings to all of you on the occasion of celebration of this auspicious 74th Republic Day. All of you know that in the transitional hour of the midnight of August 15th, 1947, we got the independence. India got independence and became a free nation. But on this day, in the year 1950, the Constitution of India was brought to force, was given effect. And the British Act of Indian Administration, Indian Governance of 1935 was abolished. And from that day onwards, we became a republic, and we took the reign of the administration, the management of a nation in our hands. We know, if we look back and go into the pages of history, we can see what the nation was 75 years ago and where do we stand today. While attaining the independence, even for the Alpine, a small pin, we had to depend on the foreigners, the foreign countries. Everything was getting imported by India. Today, we have become self-sufficient on the front of food production, on the front of science, technology, education, everything. And jumping over from the list of underdeveloped nations, we have jumped out from that list and we have now joined the group of developed nations. We are now in the list of developed nations. For this, on this day, we must remember the great souls, the great sons and daughters of India who have sacrificing everything, forgetting their self, even sacrificing their lives. They have made the India a free India. While celebrating this day, dear students, and that particularly while celebrating this day in a school, it has a different significance. It has much significance. The teachers must guide the students, and the students must take the place that we have to also contribute for the nation. How can you contribute? Rightly it has been said that we don't need any such freedom struggle to fight, to join, to attend, or lay down our life for the freedom. We have already attained the freedom. Now the thing is we have to retain it and to make it march ahead day by day. You children, when you help your parents in the household work, that is also nation building. When you keep the campus of a school clean, when you obey the traffic rules, that is also nation building. So, we have to see that the one step we put forward every morning, whether that is going to help your family, your neighborhood, your society, and at large your nation. Then only it is meaningful. Then we can say that life is meaningful. And our education is true education that we have got from the school. I thank the parents and guardians who have reposed confidence in us and have selected this school as the center of education for their children. So on this 74th Republic Day, my request to all of you dear students is, you know the meaning of the word discipline and dedication. Let all take a pledge that our every step, whatever we think, whatever we act, whatever we do, should always be for the betterment of not only ourselves, but for the society and for the nation. Once again, I congratulate all of you, extend my hearty wishes to all of you on this occasion of the 74th Republic Day. Thank you all.
I would love to welcome our chief guest, sir, to speak a few lines. Sir, kindly stir up us with your most humble, humorous, eye-catching words. You have already mesmerized us with your enchanting persona. So, sir, kindly elate us with your plethora of knowledge as well. Thank you, sir.
Secretary of BJM School, Pratap Jaina, Principal Mrs. Alka Das, Member of the Managing Committee, Mr. Sanat Das, Vice Principal, esteemed parents, teachers and dear students. On this 74th Republic Day, I offer my congratulations to all of you. And a stage has come when we need to have a relook at our constitution and its operations. Now, 26 January is critical in the sense that on this day, the Constitution of India came into its existence and it was operated for the first time. Now, 26 January has a very significant role in the Indian history. On this day, on 26 January 1930, Mahatma Gandhi had called for total freedom against the British regime. Now, since 1930, this call for freedom culminated in independence, and eventually a constitution committee was set up to give to our people a constitution that will be meant for them. It will not from outside. Now, when the constitution was drafted and completed on 26 November 1949, the issue was discussed whether we should immediately bring this into focus and operation. Then there was a consensus that since 26 January is very, very crucial to Indian freedom movement, we'd rather have it operated upon from 26 January 1950. So the idea was to offer values and principles to the people of India, which will become a part or guide to their interaction with the state. The Constitution also offered us a guideline for the state and the governments to look after the citizens and to build up a healthy relationship between the citizens and the government and the state. And we have a general tendency